Hey, Roger Martin here from Village, Montana. This last part of this is extraordinary. First of all, the moon seems to be totally artificial, not a natural orbit, nor a natural spin, nor natural density, but and the ringing of a bell when the seismic shock wave was sent through it indicates that it's hollow. But the most shocking thing that indicates that it's an alien satellite is the material found on the moon's surface. This is so extraordinary that it is undeniable, if it's true, that this is an artificial alien satellite with hollow cities or spaces or parts in the center of it or back of it, and it has been used to spy or monitor this planet for a long, long time. And there are even documents, ancient documents, which indicate that the moon was at one time not even in our Earth's orbit.
Its composition is very hard to explain. So just to go over some of the things we've learned about our moon here. Above all, and to put it simply, the moon seems to be engineered. The lunar module experiments were the perfect example of that. When they set up the seismometers on the moon, which then picked up the moon ringing like a bell afterwards, gave us distinct data.
Okay, the moon is an engineered satellite. Doesn't rotate, it's fixed in its position, and it's fixed in its orbit, and it doesn't spin. Its mass is too light, it's too big, but the elements of the Earth's dust and material are engineered. They're not natural. Here's an example of this.
That something wasn't right under the surface. Another thing to note about our moon is that it has elements on its surface that it should not have. One of the most fundamental questions that have plagued scientists for years was how it was possible that the surface of the moon was so hard, and why does it contain minerals like titanium? Mysteriously, there have been lunar rocks, meaning rocks that were taken from the moon that have been found to contain processed metals, such as brass, mica, and the elements of uranium-236 and neptunium-237 that have
processed minerals and elements that are not natural, can occur naturally. Now that should tell us something right there.
Never been found to occur naturally. Yet, there are traces of them on the moon. Uranium-236 is a radioactive nuclear waste, which is found in spent nuclear and reprocessed uranium. Neptunium-237 is a radioactive metallic element and a byproduct of nuclear reactors and the production of plutonium. So what are these elements doing on the moon? Elements that do not occur naturally and specifically come as products and byproducts of nuclear reactors and the production of radioactive materials. Another thing we've learned is that Earth's moon does not have a solid core, like every other planetary object. The moon is also older than Earth, and is unlike any other.
The moon is older than Earth. It doesn't have a solid core. It means it's hollow, it's too massive, and it's hollow, it's too light.
Satellite that we've ever discovered in the known universe. Researchers know that the moon is 4.6 billion years old, and that raises many questions. This means that the moon is older than the Earth by nearly 800,000 years. It also has an incredible orbit, and is the only moon in the solar system that has a stationary, nearly perfect circular orbit, and it does not spin like a natural celestial body, nor does it have any characteristics with any other moons found in our solar system.
Wow, if that's not enough for you to question what's going on with the artificial intelligence and the manufacturing and the satellite and alien technology with the moon, nothing will.
Now, going back to these lunar rocks that contain titanium, not only have they found titanium in the rocks, but these moon rocks contain 10 times more titanium than the, quote, titanium-rich rocks found on planet Earth. And astronauts are terribly puzzled by this fact. They cannot account for the presence of this titanium. But many researchers have accounted for it and have simply said there's a perfect explanation. The moon has a hollow inner titanium core. And as the moon has been struck by millions, if not billions of meteorites over the years, it has chipped away at this titanium inner core, which would perfectly account for the high levels found in the lunar rocks. Last but not least is the moon's precise position in regards to our planet. We have a moon that is in a nearly perfect position. It's at a precise altitude, course, and speed, allowing it to function properly with regards to our planet. And again, this goes back to the fact that the moon, where it is currently, should not be there. And everything we've seen points to the possibility that the Earth's moon is not only artificial, but that it was in fact placed into its current orbit around our Earth. So I want you guys, if need be, watch this video again. Listen to all of these quotes and all of these facts. These are all facts. And I want you to seriously ask yourselves, does this make sense? Let me know down in the comments.
Very interesting. I'm going to give you the full link to this, but one of the best, if these are actual facts, they should raise serious questions as to what the moon's real purpose is, why it was placed there, why it's hollow, and who's using it, and for what purposes. Especially these minerals and elements on the moon's surface, as well as the age of the moon, its orbit, its position, its weight and mass, its hollow sounding, its all these things. Its orbit, its lack of rotation, its exact position, its color, size, and mass, minerals on the surface, all these things. Anyhow, it raises some serious questions, and if you're not thinking that way, you should be. And this is Roger Mark from Billings, Montana. Good day.